What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue. Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Clouds Media. We are back again. 2 days, we missed 2 days without streaming. Saturday and Sunday, there was good reasons in the way. We missed Saturday, we missed Sunday, and we are back on Monday. What a beautiful day it is here in Michigan. Heavily snow yesterday. Yes, we cannot. This is Michigan. So snow. It can be 60 today. The following day, heavy snow with rain showers, or you can see hay at the same time, which is frozen ice falling from the sky. So yes, that's what we found ourselves. Today we're back again, February the 6th, 2023. We are streaming live on YouTube. We're talking association football today. Yes, madness in the weekend. And I know lots of you are willing, you want to hear. You already know it, but you want to get a conversation going. Madness, 7-0, 7-0, 7-0 rivalry. You know, the rivalry also can history to be making. Eric 10-7 is the name right now at this moment. Eric 10-7. You know, when Klopp is angry, he tells his boys, and you have when you know Gakpo is ready on the left hand side, you have Dan Nunez also mad with his ponytail. You know there's danger. When you know there's Salah, there's setting Salah, the Egyptian madness. You know, on the right hand side, and you know there's going to be goals galore. Salah has already broken record upon record and record in the Premier League. Salah, it's on fire. So yes, we're gonna look at that and lots of news in terms of Graham Potter's match reaction and not match reaction. Graham Potter's press conference reaction. Eric Sevenhag, that's the name. Eric Sevenhag. Thank you very much, Ryan. Hope you're doing very, very well. But I'm not here alone. Let me welcome my guests. Oh, I wouldn't say guests, sorry. My co-hosts, Hams and Ryan. Big Ryan, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Ryan, you all right?
I'm good. I'm on top of the world, Nazan. I'm so happy.
Were you able to make it home? Or are you still awake?
Unfortunately, still at work, but I wouldn't miss the show for the world. You know that. This is
Absolutely.
just a brilliant platform, and yeah, I'm so glad to be here on the panel.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Ryan is here with me. He's going to take us through until he gets busy. Then we all know he's still awake. But then look, he's got all the time to be with us here. We'll look before we start and get into the nitty gritty of Potter's reaction and what Potter said after Leeds United and Chelsea game. We will get into that. We want to talk about the big game, the two big game, which was between Manchester United and Liverpool. What went wrong? As to have Ryan here because Ryan can drop off at any time. So I'm gonna go to Ryan first and ask him those questions and see how he felt about the game. Did he ever see the 7-0 coming? And what went wrong for Eric Ten Hag? And what went right for Jurgen Klopp and his boys at this time? So, but before I get in there, let me see what we have in the comment section below. Thanks to everyone that has been here today. Phantom of Mini Topic, Blue Blood. I want to love you, and then also Mr. Gunto. I hope you guys are all doing very well today. Phantom said to hit the like. Big story is Liverpool beating Man United 7-0. Yes, that's what we'll be talking about at this moment in time. For Chelsea talk, I don't want N'Golo Kante starting the game against Dortmund. He needs to be playing as a sub in the final 10 minutes. If he starts, he will immediately get injured again. Yes, Potter is not willing to start him at this moment in time. Not at all. Nizayan, I'm supporting Chelsea in all Champions League games. Thank you very much for supporting the Blues. Going to said Kante isn't ready anyway. What will be the point of 10 minutes anyway? So yeah, Kante is not ready. Paid the confirmation from Graham Potter. Greetings at Phantom, the new Liverpool fan. Hello, my brother, and my brother, and to all on the panel. Greetings to all the chat. Greetings to all in the chat. Thank you very much. I 123. for tuning in as usual. So yes, sir, we're gonna look into Ryan. Let me start from you, Mr. Ryan. Let me start from you.
Sure.
Take us through. Take us through. The fans blew up the referee's whistle to the end. Were you expecting 7-0?
Not in my wildest dreams, I have to be honest. Yesterday, I think I told you when we briefly spoke after the game, it's just one of those games where everything our players touched went to gold, turned to gold. It's just one of those games you dream of, I'm sure, as a professional footballer. All the assists lead to goals, all the shots on target end up in goals. You keep a clean sheet, you're defensively solid. It's just everything that could have gone our way went our way. It was just magical, and it was very much a throwback to, I think, last season, where Liverpool, played every single game that they could possibly play in the entire season. So all the cups, they reached the finals. And yeah, it was gratifying, but also, I think, pacifying and reassuring to the fan base that the Liverpool spirit, that die-hard spirit, never give up, you'll never walk alone, is still there, despite all the problems we've had this season with injuries and an aging midfield.
Yeah.
The spirit is very much alive with Liverpool Football Club, and that's what I take the most pride from yesterday. Mohamed Salah reminded everyone that he is one of, if not the best player in the Premier League when he's on form. I don't think anyone comes close to him. Maybe Kevin De Bruyne, but the likes of Saka and Odegaard and Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, etc. They're nowhere near Salah's level when he's in that kind of form. He can score, he can assist. He's just the Egyptian king.
2 assists, 2 goals for him.
Yeah, so I'm buzzing, and it makes it even better to see Gary Neville's face.
Yeah.
Afterwards, shaking his head and just looking very miserable. Yeah, the aim for us is top 4, and I think we've given ourselves a really, really good chance of now solidifying that 4th position with Spurs and Newcastle dropping points, and we really are closing the gap. Liverpool are back.
So, Ran, if I'm gonna ask you this question, do you think the performance from Liverpool on Sunday has really turned the whole team's performance around, or do you think that was just Manchester United that were very, very bad, or the tactics of Erik ten Hag did not work towards the tactics of Liverpool?
Yeah, listen, I think there's multiple factors here. Obviously, Casemiro is hugely important to the midfield of Man United, and it was clear that he wasn't 100% fit. I know he played 77 minutes, but he wasn't fully mobile, and the fact he couldn't move properly, I think, led to at least 1 or 2 of the goals that we scored.
Yeah.
But then also, we were just free flowing, and the magic was there yesterday for Liverpool. Everything we touched, our players touched, it just turned to gold. 8 shots on target, 7 goals. It's just when does that happen?
Never did it. I've said this many times to people that Darwin Núñez is a good player, but when it starts scoring, it will be terrible because it will be did I use the word terrible? It will be scary. It will be scary for defenders because the way he runs towards defenders and the way he runs when balls are being passed to him, he's just not getting the right thing, which is to put the ball in the back of the net. But when he gets that chance, he's scoring. It will be very, very scary for defenders, and this we've seen it. But I hope that this the performance from Liverpool will continue like that since they're very close, challenging in top 4. Chelsea, I think Chelsea are 8 points behind Liverpool.
Yeah, something like that. Chelsea
points.
are quite a far way back. But I will say on Man United quickly, Nizan,
Go ahead.
Gary, I think it was Gary Neville, or it might have been Roy Keane. I think it was Roy Keane who said after the game, he made a very good point, which is that Man United haven't been playing well for a couple of weeks now. We know they won the Carabao Cup at Wembley. They beat Newcastle, great result and everything. But if you look at their recent Premier League games against Leicester and West Ham, those teams had really good chances and they didn't punish Man United. So he could see it coming. We know Roy Keane has high standards and he has more of a skeptical look, perspective. But he said he saw it coming, that Liverpool could, Man United could be on the end of a drubbing today if Liverpool, were on fire. And that's exactly what happened. Liverpool didn't let them off the hook like Leicester and West Ham did.
Hams, what do you make of that trailer 7-0 on Sunday, Hams?
Yeah, first of all, I didn't expect it because originally I predicted a draw because I wanted to be safe, and I looked at the form perspective, but I wasn't looking at the rivalry because anything can happen. I reckon the first half I felt like Man United held their ground. For like the first 30 minutes they were okay in terms of like they had a set plan in the first 30 minutes. Up until the first goal when Liverpool scored, they had the momentum. It felt like they were in the driving seat of the second half. And when the second goal came and it all collapsed. When Liverpool scored that quick goal, I think that was signaling that Man United were down tools, and they stopped playing football, and it was like a catastrophe of mistakes at the back. Yeah, and it was and then Bruno Fernandes was peeling the referee, was doing his antics, was it's unprofessional.
Yeah, and when you did spot on, you said something about Bruno Fernandes. I know there's been a lot of talking points in regards to Bruno Fernandes, as people were saying that he's not a good leader. They need to strip off the captainship from him and give it to somebody else. Do you guys think that it is common that is biting Eric Ten Hag and his people taking away the captainship from Maguire to Bruno Fernandes? Hams.
In my opinion, I don't think neither of them are leaders like Maguire and Bruno. I think someone like Varane or someone like this other players like Casemiro or something like that, they're all winners. I prefer to have captains who are very experienced and know how to win trophies. And that's the thing. Henderson's captain for Liverpool. He's won trophies. He's experienced, even though he's not the best player, but he's got experience. SP, he's experienced, but even though he's not the best player. So I preferred my captains to have like a experience and more the understanding of the game, rather than having Maguire and Bruno, because they haven't done anything in their careers, or they're not leadership quality, in my opinion. That's why.
Eric Ten Hag out is even trending on Twitter and everywhere. I think it's people have been too reactionary. This guy have done a very, very good job with the Manchester United team, the players he brought in. I don't think they are that finished article, but you can tell that they understand what he's trying to say. And the lack has also been on Manchester United's side. Ryan, if I should ask you, do you think that they should strip the title of Bruno Fernandes? I'll say this: Bruno Fernandes is a player. I don't like the player. There's two players in the Premier League that I don't really fancy. I don't like. One of them is Bruno Fernandes. Second one will be Richarlison. I don't like the antics in the game. They're trying to always look for foul advantage, the penalties, and so many always complaining to referees, looking for set pieces, looking for fouls, everything to go their way. So that's one of the reasons why I don't like these two players. But Ryan, what do you make of Bruno Fernandes and his Manchester United career so far?
Yeah, listen, no one's doubting his quality. He is one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. But yeah, the criticism that he always faces is, his antics on the pitch, his body language. Sometimes he doesn't look bothered, and I'm surprised as well to see, they gave him the armband, and he was the captain out there, because I don't think he's a natural leader. I don't think he has the personality to really rally troops and set an example, because that's what you want a captain to do, set an example on the pitch, and everyone follows behind him. But yeah, he is a bit like Marmite for the Man United fans. I know they either love him or he has his critics. I personally, I think he's a good player. I think he, when it's just the football that he's focused on, and he is fully focused and on good form, he can create goals, he can score goals, he's good at free kicks. So, would I take him at Liverpool? I know this might surprise a lot of the people listening. I probably would, just because of the creativity he has. He can play through ball. Like,
He
I'm
would
not
be a
saying he's as good as Kevin De Bruyne. He's not, but he has that kind of vision and ability.
he would be a good Bobby Firmino replacement because they both on number 10.
What do you say?
Yeah. I agree. So yeah, I'm saying that he'd link up well with Bobby Firmino. He probably would. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're on the same kind of wavelength. Neither of them have are gifted with pace, but they've got football intelligence. So yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because I heard Bobby's leaving on a free, so he might need a replacement for that maybe.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ryan. Thank you very much. Anything more you want to add to yesterday's game before I get into the comment section? Comes to Ryan.
No, nothing else. I think. Yeah.
Okay. So Santiago, big up to you, Santiago. I hope you're doing very, very well, Santiago. Get to your comment. All right, Blue Black said that's right. Okay, I've read that one. Gary Neville responds as on Sky Sports will be do one. I'm sure something that he used to be saying. I'm sure Eric Ten Hag out at this moment. That's what is trending. Still, I think fans are very, very reactional, and I understand why. Chelsea wins. We are back. FD haters coming from Santiago. Big up to you, Santiago. Big up to you, Blue Blood says, Ryan, how many beers, etc. did you have last BS, etc. did you have last night? That is coming from Blue Blood. Ryan, did you have any beer last night?
No, actually, I don't drink, so 0.
So zeros. Blue Blood, you
yeah.
got your answer. 0. No drink for Mr. Ryan over here. So we're gonna move on from there. So that's what we have at this moment. What is YouTube doing to me today? YouTube, come on, man. YouTube, do your job. YouTube, send the links to the subscribers and then viewers. YouTube is not helping me today. YouTube is not helping me. Come on, we gotta keep consistency. YouTube. All right. So like I said, today we have a lot left to talk about. We were gonna get into Graham Potter's press conference reaction. He did respond to certain things, and now Chelsea have their penalty taker. Chelsea have their penalty taker, which Graham Potter described his penalty taker. Matt Law asked a question. I know it's going to be a very difficult game. He asks Graham Potter if he's practicing, if he has any special way, if the game traveled to extra time, and he said, yeah, as of now, Jorginho is gone, but then you have Kai Havertz as their number one penalty taker. So that is why we see Kai Havertz starting each and every game, because I know a lot of people don't want to see Kai Havertz in that position, but then Graham Potter put him in there because he is our number 9. Our number 1 penalty taker at this moment. So yes, that's what he said in regards to the press conference yesterday, and also Reece James. Reece James has been training. Decision hasn't been made yet. N'Golo Kante, it'll be too soon for N'Golo Kante to start his game tomorrow. And then also,
Pulisic is in the squad.
Pulisic also, yeah, Pulisic is ready. So yes, I said Reece James is doubtful to start the game. He might start, but decision hasn't been made yet. But N'Golo Kante, too soon for N'Golo Kante. Ryan, any news? Have you heard any news in regards to Chelsea Football Club? tomorrow's tough game?
Sorry, Nazan, can you repeat that?
And Ryan, relax. I think I'll go to Hams. I was supposed to go to Hams.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll come back to Ryan. And Hams, any news in regards to you want? Is there any topic you want to base on the press conference reactions today from Potter?
Yeah. He spoke about how the Leeds game when he won, he was happy about it. Let me get the quote. I need to find the quote, but this win was important because we haven't won for quite a while. But it's a positive. So here we go. So they asked him. Looking forward to tomorrow's game. He said, "There's zero pressure. This is our job. We have to enjoy and win the games. Our levels of confidence are high." Am I right? Am I reading the right one? Because Felix. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh, here we go. Everyone happier after Leeds. The mood has been positive throughout. Not happy, joking and smiling, but there has been support from each other and good atmosphere at the same time. You have to take responsibility that we're not in a good place. Results perspective, when you win games, your smile comes back. He touched on the penalty taker. He said, Kai Havertz has been my design penalty taker. Hold on, design penalty taker in the absence of Jorginho. They touched on that. What else he said? They asked him, is this a bit of a lift for Chelsea? Like everyone connect with Chelsea, it's better when you win. Everyone is little happier. The good thing about the job is always you have another game quickly. So as much as you can celebrate the win against Leeds, it's straight over to Dortmund on Tuesday. And they ask him, need the support of the fans. The fans are always entitled of their views, and they are suffering like the rest of us. The reputation and support we had was fantastic. They want the team to go through and progress, so they know how important they are. We want to make it tough for Dortmund, and they will help to do that. And he talks about João Felix. He isn't tackling anyone on the halfway line, but we're happy to have him.
Is there any specific one you want to react to? Based on all these questions that was being asked to him, is there any specific one you want to react to, or a couple ones you want to react to?
There's one. So when he said about the big lift, he said everyone is connected. So he's like, I think he's assuming that the players are focused on the game and
playing together as a unit.
Yeah, it feels like the players are starting to realize there's a big game coming up, and they have to get that win to get some confidence. But their focus is on Tuesday, so I hope the players are prepared and fully recovered from that win against Leeds, and hopefully we can score goals. So I guess that's Potter saying that everyone is better when you have a win because everyone's a little happier. So there's confidence. Confidence will come a little bit, but we have to see because every game is different for me, in my opinion.
Okay. Thank you very much, Hams. Ryan, N'Golo Kante is still not ready yet. What do you make of that? I know he have signed, or maybe I know the rumors say they've signed a 3 more year plus an addition of 1, and he'll be making 280 a week. He's still not ready yet, and I understand he hasn't played football for quite a long time. And then Potter said it will take him some time to really get into match fitness, but then he's very happy. He's a progress, but still playing with the team. What do you make of N'Golo Kante at this moment?
I think I saw some quotes from Potter. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, and he was asked about Kante, and he clearly said that it's his rehabilitation and his reintegration into Chelsea training and games is going to be a complex process. We can't forget here that the guy's been out for 6 months. He had a serious hamstring injury. So Chelsea are being very careful, as they should be, given the recent issues they've had with Reece James and other players, Fofana as well, with bringing them back maybe a bit too quickly, and then they're getting re-injured, and then they're out again. So, yeah, it's just something where they're being risk averse and being very, very careful with him. I expect him to stay at Chelsea for another season as well.
Absolutely, N'Golo Kante, fully fit N'Golo Kante can really transform our team. And we know N'Golo Kante have the legs to go after everyone that he wants to. Yes, the inclusion of N'Golo Kante means a lot. N'Golo Kante and Kovacic. People have said N'Golo Kante, Kovacic, Enzo Fernandez, N'Golo Kante, Enzo Fernandez, Kovacic. Those two players, which one would you prefer? Being in the pivot, Conte and Enzo and Kovacic.
For me,
Right.
if you want, I probably prefer Enzo and Kante.
Enzo and Conte.
Reason because the Enzo and Kovacic, they're kind of similar, like they're like both number 8s, and it just doesn't make sense. You need to have someone who can, be a destroyer. I think Kante is familiar with the DM role, although he's not really much of a DM. He's now number 8, right? CM, centre mid. So he hasn't played DM for before Surrey, right? So like Leicester, so he hasn't played DM for a long time. For me, that's more sensible, more balanced. Enzo and Kante. I'm not convinced with Kovacic and Enzo because similar, but it's good because it provides energy in the midfield. But we also have some defensive cover because neither of them can do it together. It wouldn't make sense, in my opinion.
Okay. Thank you very much, So let me read some more few comments here. This is coming from Bloop. Going to say that Gary Neville told Carragher to do one. He said he doesn't pick Hams because he is not he's the penalty taker. That's not what I mean. I mean, so one of the reasons why he keep playing Havertz is he believes in him, and he believed that it's the right guy to play in that position. And also he's the penalty taker. He's the number 1 penalty taker after the junior left to Arsenal. So one of the reasons why he can't drop him. But because we've said many times, a lot of people have said this guy is not the right person to play in that position, and he's still playing. So what other reason can we think it could be until he said this today? Now I'm trying to read 2 and 2 and to take 2 and 2 into to make that reason one of the reasons. So it's not a main reason, but I'm trying to say it could be one of the reasons why Havertz is always in that position or always in the team starting. Okay, Blue Blood said I want Chelsea to have a similar success rate of converting at least 7 of their attempt on goal tomorrow. It will be great. It will be great. It will be great. Things can happen. Look, the number of supporters we saw at Borussia Dortmund was too much, and if these guys were able to cope with it and then play to 90 minutes and concede just 1 goal, I think the guys did very, very well. So playing at the bridge with our supporters there, making the number 12 person on the pitch, things will go our way. But then the convention is all about the finishing. It's all about how we can finish at the end of the day. That is where it will come up to. Phantom of Benito Topic said I'm with Chelsea in the UEFA Champions League. Thank you very much, Phantom. Support our club for us. Support, be part of the Blues and support the club. Blue Blast is that in the absence of Fulham in the UCL, probably there's no Fulham. They definitely has to support Chelsea, which is understandable. Kante has only had 2 full blown training session. Okay, prefer Zakaria and Enzo currently until Kante is fit. Coming from Blue Blood, yes. Zakaria, we're yet to see Zakaria. I don't know. I know Zakaria is fully fit, but then still he's not getting game time.
I think
ahead.
because Potter wants to protect him because if he gets injured again, so he wants to probably ease him in the team. He doesn't want to take any risk. Probably that's what I think. Maybe that's the thing.
That's the reason.
Maybe that is the reason.
Okay. Thank you, Hams, for suggesting that Kovacic isn't disciplined enough. Coming from Gunto says Gunto said Kovacic isn't disciplined enough. You don't need a DM when you play three at the back. Coming from Santiago, you don't need a DM if you're playing if you're playing three at the back. So I think Santiago is sharing this with us. So Zakaria and Enzo, for me, that's from good to Zakaria and Enzo Fernandez. Yes, those two players. We haven't seen Zakaria and Enzo play in that position before. But then I hope we can see that coming soon because Potter is very, very unpredictable. Yes, I mean a lot of people knew that this. I mean, on Saturday's game was going to be three at the back. Some people did not see it coming, but we saw it. But the personnel in the game, some of them were being changed. So yes, we move on from there, and that's what happened over here. Potter. Chelsea ended their poor run of results in recent weeks with a crucial win against the Leeds to ease pressure on Graham Potter. I was very happy. I feel like it was a very, very good game, but still something was lacking. The basis was there, but then still Chelsea were not, if you win 1-0 and the one that got you the goal, although it's a team effort, but the one that got you the goal was a defender. And defenders are also there to score goals. But then what are your attackers? You're attacking midfielders, you're attacking center forwards, and everything could not get goals. So there's still a lot of work that needs to be done.
Yeah.
I don't know how you see Ryan, what do you make of the attack? Attack did not get in the goal. It was Fofana who got a goal yesterday. What do you make of that?
So Nazan, can you do you mind going to Hams?
Okay, Hams.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating because you've seen similar performances like in Dortmund and in most of our games that we allow teams to create chances. It seems like it looks like they might get equalizer, they might get a goal. It's frustrating because in the first 30 minutes we had total control of the game, and then afterwards it looked like Leeds were coming towards the game and getting onto us.
Last 10 minutes was very scary, isn't it?
Yeah, it was very scary because I realized, if he put off Sterling and Felix and he got on Gallagher and Zakaria, I'm assuming that's a defensive tactic when he's packing the midfield, probably getting more bodies back. When you bring on Chalobah and some other players he got on, I think Madueke as well. Chalobah. So he, trying to get bodies, trying to park the bus, trying to, secure that 1-0 victory. I'm not against that, but I just feel like I wanted more goals, like 2 or 3, so that players can, have confidence of scoring goals. Because 1 goal isn't much confidence booster. It's just like the feeling of winning. But I just the only negative is we have to score more and take our chances and try to control the game for majority parts of the game, not just like 30 minutes, 30, 25, something like that. It's just that's something we need to sort out. I just want us to, control the game, majority of the game, try to not lose focus. I think that's the downfall of our games we've been watching when we face opponents, in my opinion.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Hans. Your opinion is always accepted. That's your opinion. I understand. But I feel like, the team should have done better with all these attacking players we have. I know Leeds United are a very stubborn team, but then you cannot take anything away from them. Chelsea did whatever they could do. A win yesterday was very, very important. 1-0, very important. But you think that, they're still struggling. The team is still struggling for goals. But where is the goal going to come from against Dortmund? We yet to see. Hams, Ryan, I'm not sure if you're ready.
Yes.
Over to you then.
What's the question? Sorry.
Oh, I was like, we had 1-0. Chelsea won by a goal to 0, but then attackers, which is the front players, could not get on the score sheet, but it was the defender who got on the score sheet. And it looks like the dying minute of the game was also looking very, very scary. What is the
Yeah,
way forward? Did
yeah.
you see any pattern of play, or did you think that there could be there forward? Why is the forward players not scoring goals?
Yeah, listen, I saw improvements in the match against Leeds, no doubt about it. You had, I think, 3 shots on target, and I liked some of the counter attacks. One in particular, I think, where Felix hit the bar. It was a brilliant counter attacking move. Kovacic won back possession, and then it went through your midfield. I think Enzo Fernandez played it to Sterling, he played it to Felix, and he volleyed it, and it just hit the bar. It was just a brilliant free flowing move. I remember thinking when I saw that attack that that's really the blueprint that Chelsea need to be playing like that more regularly. But yeah, it is concerning, isn't it, that your attacking players, your forwards, are not contributing goals. And it took a defender to score a brilliant towering header to get you the victory. I really just cannot justify how Kai Havertz can start another game. Really, he's not scoring goals. He's not creating chances. I don't see what he adds to your attack. And you've got Aubameyang there on the bench. I mean, what does the guy have to do now to get minutes? You tell me, Azan.
Yeah, I've said it a couple times here. I think the problem is coming from the board, not Graham Potter, because I saw Potter use him when he felt like I need this guy. So I feel like it's not Potter's decision, but then it's the board. It has to do with Chelsea itself, not Graham Potter. Graham Potter need a striker. He put it in for I think about 9 minutes to go, and I think that if he doesn't have that push coming from maybe people upstairs, he would have used Aubameyang. He's got nothing to. He's got no problem with Aubameyang, but it is Chelsea, the team, that has a problem with Aubameyang at this moment. So also I'm going to ask some few questions. I'll ask Hams and I'm going to ask Ryan. Do we prefer to put Sterling on the right hand side instead of playing him on the left hand side? Because I feel like he played much better on the left hand side than he did on the right hand side.
Yeah, to be honest, he can play both roles, but he's more. I think he's more familiar with left
The left.
left side. So
But we have Felix over there, and if Felix,
yeah. In my opinion, Sterling can play both sides. I've seen him play both sides as well. But Sterling on the right, it's good. It suits him. I just hope this is the formation we play. I don't want us to go to back four because I believe the back four is it kind of destroys us because there's no really we don't look solid enough. So yeah, having Sterling on the right, I don't have an issue. Even Felix in the wing because he's been playing in the number 10 role for most of the games. But the only issue I have is just Havertz. That's it. Maybe Koulibaly, but he's forced to be. We have to play him. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe Kovacic because I prefer Zakaria in that team. But other than that, I'm happy with Sterling on the right and Felix on the left. I think that'll be good.
all right, thank you very much. If Ryan is ready, Ryan can jump in. I know Ryan's at work, so I don't want to push so much question on him. But when he's free, when you're free, you can jump in, Ryan, if you're free. Gunter said, will Chelsea play a back three tomorrow? This is Blue Blood said, will Chelsea play a back three tomorrow with no Silva, Badishia, as would then be likely to be Cucurella, Koulibaly, and Fofana? Absolutely, we will. There will be no. I know Mount is ill at this moment and also on suspension. Hams, can you mute that thing, please? Hams, please. Thank you. Thank you very much, Hams. So will Chelsea play a back three tomorrow with no Silva or Badishia, as will then be likely to be Cucurella, Koulibaly, and Fofana. This is what it's gonna look like. The only changes will be Badishia is not registered for the Champions League, so Badishia won't be in that position. But we have Ben Chilwell who will play. If you go with the back three, so Ben Chilwell will be in this same position there, and then you're gonna end up having Cucurella. Another problem. Cucurella. Are we gonna have Cucurella or have I forgot if I'm not so sure. Hams, if you can help me out here, it's Lewis Hall in the Champions League squad, or maybe Gunter might know. Is Lewis Hall in the Champions League squad?
I'm sure he is. I'll double check. I'll double check.
All right,
Was it-
Madueke and Gallagher were not defensive changes coming from Gunter over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
He's in the Champions League squad. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember he played one of the Champions League away games. So, yeah, Luis Hall is in the Champions League squad at this moment. So, yes, if he can bring Luis Hall in that position, but he's also a liability. A little bit. But then having Cucurella and then Koulibaly, maybe he will go for a first choice Cucurella. That's what I feel he might go for. So, big up to you, DJ Services. Big up to all. Hope you're keeping well. Absolutely, we are doing very, very well today. I hope you're doing well, my brother. And thank you for tuning in today. Blue Clouds Media. We're discussing yesterday's game and then also the upcoming game. Ryan, is there anything you want to say before we move on to the next topic?
No, just that. Yeah, I do expect Chelsea to play a back three, and then obviously Paddy Shield's not registered, and probably you'll see Cucurella come into that back three. And I think the rest of the positions really picked themselves. So it's looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, Koulibaly was outstanding yesterday, and this is what Potter have to say in regards to Fofana. Potter said that Fofana has been a very big miss for us. He's one of the players who has been out for a while, so that is coming from Fofana. And also Koulibaly. This is Koulibaly. According to Koulibaly, had 88 touches in yesterday's win and completed an astonishing 97% of his passes. He won 4 duels, 3 tackles, and blocked 3 shots. So Koulibaly was outstanding. He has a very, very good game against Leeds United. I hope he can continue the same way against Borussia Dortmund tomorrow. I think Tuesday, right? Tomorrow, Tuesday. Yes, definitely Tuesday. What do you make of Koulibaly's performance, Hams and Ryan? Koulibaly and then also Fofana's performance. Should we carry on?
Yeah, I think so, but I'm not convinced by Koulibaly yet. He still has some downs to his game. But I reckon he put on a good display because Fofana and Badiashile did a fantastic job. I think these two were standouts of Koulibaly. I think that Koulibaly was just actually the worst one out of the two. Worst one. I can't say worst one because won the game, but it's a clean sheet. But I just feel like Badiashile and Fofana were much better, more secure. I felt like Koulibaly needs to work on his game, but he played good, and that's the positive. He played good. He did his job, but he just needs to improve it more so he can become more, good on his role, more improved.
All right. Ryan, you want to say anything? Koulibaly.
No, I absolutely agree. I think the jury is still out on Koulibaly, but he just might be one of those players that needs time to adapt. We generally only say that for younger players, but sometimes it can be the case for even older, more experienced players who played most of their career in another league, in another country. That even when they're transitioning, they need time to adapt. So it's encouraging. That's probably his best performance in a Chelsea shirt against Leeds. So hopefully he can build on this and get better and better.
All right, thank you very much, Ryan. And Reece James was also ruled out of a tight hamstring against Leeds United yesterday, and this was his right back. It was a right back 16th match he has missed under Graham Potter due to several injuries. The injury situation keep rising and rising for Reece James, and I don't know what is wrong and why the medical team cannot sort this thing out once and for all. Now, I understand it is human being and anything can happen. They can even get injured during a warm-up. So we've seen that happen many times as going to Saturday's win. What about Saturdays? That Saturdays was Chelsea's when Chelsea played. Yeah, Chelsea won on Saturday. I'm not so sure what Gunter is saying. If you're just joining us, guys, so do not forget to like the video and also subscribe to the platform if you haven't. Big up to you, my brother Chad. Says, hey, what's up, bro? I'm doing all right, bro. I'm doing very, very good. I hope you're doing very well wherever you found yourself, and your day is also going smoothly for you. So thank you very much for Chad, my brother, for taking your time and also spending time with us on this platform as we talk association football. Very, very important. Here we discuss football. We missed 2 days. Saturday we were off, and then Sunday we were off due to some few reasons. Manchester United, we did talk about Manchester United. The game against Liverpool was the Red Devils' heaviest defeat. We did talk about that earlier on. So now we were on Chelsea. We have some transfer updates at this moment we want to talk about. Anyone want to touch? Do you guys want to say anything before we move on to transfer updates and stuff like that?
Nothing from me.
Mr. Hams, anything for you?
Not really.
All right, so we're gonna talk about Manchester United sales update. So this is what we have here. Jassim bin Hamad, Tani, say Jim Ratcliffe, yeah, have made a bid for the United, and then would now meet with the Rain Group. Two bidders have reached the next stage of that takeover process. So it looks like it's still gonna go. Yeah, United is still gonna go. It's taking time. I know this process do take quite some time. Tammy Abraham, guys, according to a report in the Athletic, Chelsea retained an interest in Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham, Lukaku. Who do you guys see coming back? Who do you guys want to see back to the Premier League and be playing back with Chelsea again? Tammy Abraham, Romelu Lukaku. I'll start from Ryan. Do you want to see Tammy or Romelu Lukaku? Which one of these two players will play better under Graham Potter?
Yeah, probably Tammy Abraham. Just because of his age, and I think he can still develop and improve. Whereas I don't think Lukaku is really able to improve anymore. He is what he is. So yeah, I think Tammy Abraham.
Okay. Thank you very much. Gunter said that you keep saying yesterday it was Saturday, not Sunday. Okay, thank you very much. It is you're definitely know stuff. It is a slip of tongue. I don't mean to say Sunday, I mean Saturday's game. But because I keep talking and talking, I do forget myself and then say Sunday. So thank you very much for the correction. None of them we have Broja, and we should get Victor Osimhen. I don't know, man. Victor Osimhen, probably they're not willing to spend that much money, but he's a good player, tall, good in the air. He can fire the shot from every angle behind the back of the 18. So he's a very good player, but I don't know if Chelsea are looking at money wise. Which one can we go with? A lot, and from what we've been seeing now is lots of football clubs or football teams are going without a natural recognized number 9 and playing with false nines, and a lot of teams don't even have recognized strikers. You get what I'm saying? I know Liverpool have lots of them. They have Gakpo, they have Nunez, they have also they have what's his name, Diaz on the left hand side. They have players that are not really a number 9, but then also Manchester City, we know the problem with Erling Haaland, a number 9 that cannot even play very well due to their style of play. But they score goals, they play better without Erling Haaland. When Haaland is in there, it becomes a problem because they have to play to his style. It becomes a problem. So I don't know. Lots of like I said, lots of European teams are playing without a number 9. So can Chelsea do that? If as of now, I would say Chelsea cannot do it at this moment because we have experiment that aspect, and it's not working. The team is not getting goals, so it's about time that Chelsea bring in a recognized number 9 to help the team out. I'm not so sure where you guys stand. My brother Chad said, he said Victor will be the best guy for us. Yes, Victor, but how is Chelsea willing to pay over 100 million for another striker? another striker if he can pay maybe less than that to bring in a little experienced player who have already played in the Premier League. You get what I'm saying? So let's look at that aspect also. I want to say that they are not just talking about the Chelsea game. I believe they were also talking about the Liverpool game. Yes, we did talk about Liverpool game that happened yesterday, and I did talk about Chelsea game also that took place on Saturday. So I could get confused instead of saying yesterday, I said Sunday. Thank you very much for your help. I want to love you, sister. That's why you got your days confused. Talking about yesterday, the Liverpool game, and then Chelsea on Saturday. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. You are right. I'm going to say they were talking about Liverpool 40 minutes ago. He referred to Chelsea and Sunday together. I don't think. Okay. Okay. We're gonna move on from there. Ryan. Hamson Ryan.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not so sure if you guys have a touch on the striking department, which is Lukaku, and then Tammy Abraham Hams. Which of these did you talk about it? I'm not.
Uh,
I can't remember.
Preferably none of them. But the thing is, if I had the choice,
Mhm.
I don't want to spend another 80 million on Tammy Abraham. I think it's far too expensive.
It is.
So I think if Lukaku does come back, then I prefer us to use him properly. I agree with Ryan with the age of Tammy Abraham. I think that makes a lot of sense. But it'd be better if if Lukaku wants to come back, we can uh, re, re, revive his career at Chelsea. But
Okay.
I don't know if he wants to be here. So preferably none of them.
Yeah, I think there's too much toxic in the return of
Yeah.
Romelu Lukaku. There's too much toxic over there. But let's see how it happens. If Todd Bowley is willing to spend over 100 million on Victor Osimhen, why not? I mean I can. I mean I have. There's nothing I can say. It's his money, not my money. If he wants to contribute and then bring in a player like Osimhen, I'm all for it. I want to be happy at Chelsea Football Club, and I'm happy. I want if I see them winning, I will be happy forever. So I want to see a very good striker that can get us more goals. Big up to you, Chelsea Dan. Says Blue Clouds Media at Hams. Big up to you guys. Absolutely big up to you too. And DJ South, big up to you, Gazer. Thank you very much. Chelsea Dan for tuning in and then contributing to what we have saying in regards to we were talking about yesterday's game and also the return of Tammy Abraham or Romelu Lukaku, and also there is a certain Victor Osimhen also in there. We're going to talk about McAllister aspect football insider. Arsenal are in the latest club to have shown an interest in Alexis McAllister, a player that's heavily linked with Chelsea during the the January transfer window, but that did not happen. Moses Caicedo also Chelsea was interested in him, and that also did not happen. But then Caicedo, McAllister, do we need him? I don't think. To me, I don't think we do need McAllister. Chat said they wasted 90. Was it 90? I think 90 million sometimes on something on Lukaku. Why not buy a performing one in Victor Osimhen? Yes, I'll say if they want to spend money on Tammy Abraham, I'll prefer them going for Victor Osimhen on top of his game. Spending 80 million, why won't you add the rest? It's just like if it is true how much that Helen Haaland was going for at that time. If it is true, then why did Chelsea pay that much money for him? At that time when he was going for was it 70 million at that time? Why didn't Chelsea end up spending that much money on him instead of letting the summer come for Manchester City to go for him? If it was that true, how much he was going for? Instead of buying Lukaku, we could have wait and buy Haaland, keep him at the club, and then bring him to Stamford Bridge the following season, just like we did with Nkunku. We could have done the same thing, but I'm not so sure that was a real asking price. That is why Haaland did not move. Chelsea Dancer was West win, but at least we got 3 points. But how embarrassing we had to Chelsea Dan. I'll say it is true. It was a win, but not a real convincing win. Having your defender to have that goal in, and none of the attackers had a goal. So I could say yes, it was Leeds were there to even put the ball and to win that game, but it didn't happen. So I would say I wasn't that of a convincing win for Chelsea. Still struggling, pressure on Potter. Although 3 point, there's still pressure on Potter. And I feel if Potter can get this team over, no matter how he wins, ugly or whatever he wins it, if your defender gets that goal against Borussia Dortmund, Potter will be a hero at Stamford Bridge. And the whole place will be, supporters will be everywhere. Potter will be a hero if he can get Chelsea over the header on tomorrow's game. So that is what we have here. I think we've touched bases on almost everything today. Victor Osimhen. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk. According to Katsu Makato, Chelsea are preparing a mega offer. Chelsea are preparing a mega offer to sign Napoli striker and Man United target Victor Osimhen during the summer transfer window. So yes, chat my brother Chelsea. This news is coming from Katsu Makato website. So this is coming from there, and then Chelsea are also in the race for and also this is coming from Vidal. According to Katsu Makato, the same news paper said Tottenham Hotspurs and Chelsea could be set to battle it out for the service of the 21-year-old right back Leipzig centre back just Vidal in the summer transfer window. I saw this guy played against Dortmund yesterday. He wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad at all. He, still a little bit more work to be done. So we'll look into that. A little bit more work to be done. We'll look into that. That I expect. A win, it's a win. That is coming from going to say the win is a win. Thank you very much. A win is a win. Absolutely. But then we want Chelsea fans want to see the team win in style. But like I said, no matter what it is, there should be improvement. I know a win is a win. A win is a win, but there should be improvement from one game to the another game. There's still style. We saw tactics. We saw being play. But then up front, chemistry is need to be we need to see more chemistry up front. Going to say Chelsea done. Okay. A win is a win. Chat said yeah, that's why I said get Vidal. Vidal when Silva there is when Silva there to help him with his game. Okay, when there's Silva there, Silva will help him with his game. Yes, if Chelsea can get that done, that would be very, very helpful. If Chelsea can get that done, Silva's still there for a year, and even he can get one more year and help defenders. I'll be very happy if Chelsea can give Thiago Silva a contract for about 2-3 years, help these defenders. I know JT is there, but then he can be a player coach, defensive coach, and help the players out in terms of defending. I like how they're looking at all the players. I suggest. I think Todd hacked my profile. Probably he's been looking at you on Twitter. He's been looking at you, chat. He's been looking at you on Twitter. Guys, you guys have any reaction in regards to this transfer update? Vidal and also man, Ryan. Let me go to Ryan. Probably Ryan was in busy right now. Ryan?
No, I can speak. Yeah, I'm really fascinated to see what happens with Victor Osimhen. He's lighting up Serie A this season, which we know notoriously is a difficult league to score goals in. And he's managed, to score 19 league goals in Serie A this season. He's just got amazing attributes. He's strong. He's quick. He's good in the air. He's got great technique. And you kind of look at his career. He's actually played in 3 different leagues, 3 different countries: Bundesliga, Liga in France, and Serie A. So he's very cultured in that sense, and he's only 24 years old. So I can definitely see this guy moving to, either Madrid or Barca, or one of the big boys in the Premier League in the summer. And I think a team will come in and break the bank to sign him.
Yeah, Chelsea are looking to pay over the odds in terms of over. You're talking about over 100 million for Victor Osimhen from Napoli. You know the Napoli, is it what's his name? Dinarantos or whatever his name is. I'm sure Dinarantos is. I can't remember the full name very well. Yeah, Napoli's owner, very very difficult person to do deals with. So Gunter, are you Potter in um as what you're happy with 1-0 because let me see what we have. Yeah, Gunter, are you put her in as what you're happy 1-0 win because not good enough. We should have lost yesterday. Just lucky. Leeds side was terrible. We couldn't finish. If that was Man United, our city, we I think he mean we will lose that game. DJ Sav, I'm all good, brother. You are. How are you? How are you? You didn't jump on the last night, okay? Chest it down. Let's keep the conversation going. Chest it down. We created 13 chances. Felix hit the bar. If they can't hit the target, that's down to poor finishing by players. Oh, thank you very much, Gunto. Absolutely, it is not Potter's fault. Yeah, Potter teach them what to do, the tactics and drills and everything. It's up to the players to finish those chances. We have Levi Kowo come back and learn from Silva. Vidal, but why? Why? Okay, fuck out 80 million plus when we have Luakova, yes, absolutely, yes. The player there, center back position. We have a player who's also proven, without say proven in the Premier League. He's been through the ranks, and he's still our player. He's just on loan to Brighton. We can access that option also. And also remember, guys, if the more local lags you use, also the team has benefits a lot from using their own homegrown players instead of bringing in foreign players all the time. Let's talk about the beating Man United got they feel that for years to come. Absolutely, we did talk about that beginning of the stream. We did talk about Manchester United defeat 7-0 from Liverpool. Dan, take a break. Were you happy with 1-0 win by penalty at Everton? That's coming from Gunter over here. Okay. Hams, Ryan, any reaction in regards to the comment? Hams, you have any reaction? Ryan will look at it real quick when you have a chance.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I don't. The thing is, Gonto celebrating is not a big deal because we got a win. You have to look at other aspects that we should improve. I know it's a win, but the context is Leeds still had chances to get something in the game. It could have been a draw easily, or it could have been a defeat. Either way, I just felt like that aspect should be talking about. You touched on Victor Osimhen, right?
Yeah, we did.
As Osimhen, yeah, I would sign him. I would sign him, but obviously the price tag. He's got like around like 20, 25 goal contributions in all comps. Ryan touched on he's got 19 goals in the league. If he gets down the Premier League, it'll be unbelievable. Even 15 goals is the maximum for any striker. Is good as well. So yeah, I'll buy Osimhen, but every club is going after him, so it's going to be very difficult. So we're going to have to pay a hefty fee to pay for Osimhen to come to our club because we might need another number 9. So we do need a number 9 in our squad. That's what I think. You muted, Niz.
Thank you very much, Hams. It's kind of sometimes didn't even see what happened. I think my short keys I pressed on it and then it muted me. Welcome to the stream, Lord.
Yo, how's it going?
It's going all right. How you doing today?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Good. Thanks. What's the conversation today? What's the topic?
We've touched bases on a lot of topics. We started from Manchester United big lose to Liverpool 7-0, and also we talk about Thomas Tuchel's press conference reactions today. Certain players that won't be available for the game tomorrow. He wasn't so certain on Rhys James. N'Golo Kante is too soon. He's not ready yet. And also he did talk about some other players that are not ready for the game. And also we know we have Silva who won't take part in the game. Mount also ill, and also wouldn't take part in the game tomorrow. Also suspended at the same time. And then we did talk about some other transfer news. Osimhen also heavily linked with Chelsea. Chelsea are planning a mega
Nice.
deal to get him over the line. And also we did talk about Manchester United takeover. So which of these topics do you want to touch bases on?
Osimhen would be a very good signing. I like him a lot. Very good player. He's a beast. He's powerful. He's very good. But I can't see it happening. I just don't know why. It's just, some deals you just think you get vibes about, but I can't see that happening, to be honest. But hopefully I'm wrong. And 7-0 yesterday. Wow, that's all I have to say. Oh wow.
And what do you make of the press conference reactions today, Graham Potter, and then against Dortmund? Whilst we have it here.
Oh, I didn't actually hear it, so I can't really comment too much. But I do have a question actually.
Okay.
What about Kante? What actually is the injury that's kept him out so long?
Unfortunately, I'm not so sure. I haven't read much of in details of what the injury pertain. If he has to do hamstring, if you have to do knee, if you have to do groin, I'm not so sure at all what the injury is. But as we all know, just you and I all know, the medical report hasn't really stated what exactly the injury is at this moment. So that is what I can say for now.
Cool. Jackson, do you have any ideas? Your hand.
Yeah. I heard it's a hamstring injury. It was during if you remember the Tottenham game, the Tottenham game where he picked up the injury, it was back in August when we drew 2-2. So that injury, unfortunately, that it was like a 7-month injury. So it's from August, and now we're in March, right?
Yes, very long.
We haven't seen him since, and now he's back in training. And Potter said he's looking good, but it's too soon for him to play because his still needs to recover and he's still fitness issues, so it'll be risky.
Yeah.
All right, so that's where we are at this moment. Santiago said DJ Salva, Vidal is better than Cowell. We should have both anyway. Silva and Koulibaly are getting older. Chalobah is averaging at best. Chalobah is a little bit average, I would say, but it's better when we bring Chalobah on. I know he's got some few mistakes in him, but then that is how these young players can learn. They make mistakes and then they become better in the long way round. So yes, going to five Bob supporters. Funny guy, you are how old? Chester Dan, rephrase your sentences very well. Your comments well, so I can read them better for you. Chester Dan. Okay. I know you're asking of him, Gunther's age. Everton was Tuchel. Okay, Gunther said older than you and supported longer than you. Absolutely. How may was how may was TT then because I swear he didn't have enough players. Then we sold a lot and loaned a lot. He was struggling with players and injuries. Chat said God glad you saw it as well. Santiago Koulibaly. By time he adapts, he will be old. By the time he adapts to the Premier League, he will be old. And Cowell will replace Silva as central defense. So Vadel play on the left hand side. Absolutely, another left center back position we'll be looking at. So yes, both players will be good. Koulibaly is still struggling. His age, he's not that young. Koulibaly is not that young. So by the time he adapts, just like my brother said, he will be retiring from the English Premier League already. Very funny. Very funny. The coach doesn't finish harms, has tactics to defend and create chances. Absolutely. The coach doesn't finish harms. Is that the coach doesn't finish it? So that's coming from Gunter telling is directly to Hams. It means the players have to finish those chances that is being created. The Chelsea down again. Chelsea got down again. Also, I got some few comments here. Okay, Chelsea Dance, the coach and the assistants are meant to help the players to work on their finishing skills. Don't talk, don't talk, don't talk me. Know about football. Ex semi-pro. So yeah, Chelsea Dan means he's an ex semi-pro. Chelsea Dan Tuchel was in charge. Only Kante was injured, and Tuchel signed players. That is coming from Trevor said Italian clubs are hard to negotiate with. It's trying to read Jesse Dan's comment. Sometimes they don't appear well, probably due to typing error. So, how many did he sign before pre-season? That's from Chelsea Dan. Also, Chad said, why don't Potter give Fofana more game time? He kept playing Havertz and not having giving the kids a fair play because he came in twice and 2 times and really bullied the defense coming from a Chad. Here, I think Ryan is very busy at this moment. Guys, please look at the comments and see if you have any reaction. We'll react to some of the comments that are coming in. Fofana can run and hold the ball and create space as well. Why not use him? That's coming from Chad over here. He has suffered hamstring for last 2 seasons. That is from Trevor. It looks like he's having that comment. The question coming from Lord from N'Gola Conte. Gunter said Chelsea done semi-pro. So what? In training, they score in games. They couldn't hit the bin. The band door. Stop blaming Potter for everything. I don't think Potter has
let's go.
Joao Felix suggests he would like to sign for Chelsea permanently. Absolutely. He have said it many different times in how he see the Spanish football, being at Atletico Madrid and being at Chelsea, how he likes it. He wants to sign with Chelsea, but then it will be, I don't think it will be that difficult because it is the player's will. If the player is not willing to go back to Atletico Madrid, they have to let him go. Else he will sit there and then go on free. It will go on free. But Kante finally had surgery to get it sorted. If he shows from 2-year contract plus option, another 1 year coming from Trevor. Thank you very much, Trevor, and thank you very much, DJ Sab. Joao Felix, I always try to do my best, but sometimes I don't work. So I had to change to see if the things go different. So it is important for me this loan at Chelsea coming from Chelsea. Thank you very much, DJ Sav, and also Chelsea Dan. I hope you put this thing together very well for me to read it. Going to say we have to blame Potter. My uncle is Chelsea old coach, Chelsea of youth team that won Champions League, FA Cup, and trained with is it Slanky? But yeah, it's mental. It's mentality of a coach got known his stuff, but don't. I'm sure that's what he says. Tuchel played Havertz ahead of Werner, Abraham, Giroud, and Lukaku. did everyone complain? Then that's did everyone complain? So Lord Hams, you guys have any reaction? See, Lord just jump off as soon as
Um,
I call this name.
Gonto said about the Havertz
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
I think the Lukaku, he had issues with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Giroud, he can't play 90 minutes, but I would like to play him 90 minutes by his age. But Abraham, issues with Chelsea as well. I think Tuchel dropped him out of the squad. Werner, he's not a proper striker. I think Tuchel didn't trust him. I think he'd rather play him on the two or somewhere in the front three, but he didn't trust him in terms of that. But I'm not saying Havertz is trustworthy, but I guess Tuchel had something of Havertz, in my opinion, with that issue, with that situation.
All
Um,
right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Duncan said, no, he didn't complain because he was better of them all.
Mhm.
In a sense, Abraham was probably better of the uh, players in terms of like in the league, how many
Mhm.
goals he scored in the league. Werner was very good in terms of his work rate, in terms of he's got some uh, goal contributions, but his finishing was not good. But his work rate is always good. Giroud he's a good experienced player, but he's not the same guy he was before. But he's still a marquee player. He can do the job. Then you're left with Havertz, who's still young and he still can do something in the game, but he still hasn't lived up to his potential. So there's that aspect of the strikers you mentioned.
Um, I know Ren is very busy, but I'm gonna bug him a little bit. Ren, did you watch any of the comments, and do you have any reaction in regards to the comments? If not, I'll give you time to look through it.
Yeah, sorry, Nazan, I've not seen the comments. Let me look through it now.
All right, go ahead. I'll also read some few of the comments. My brother Chad said that no, we didn't complain because he has the better of all of them. He has the better of all the players. I think he's talking the players under Thomas Tuchel. Chelsea had no other option. I mean, um, Chelsea down and then Gunter. If you guys having a back and front comment the conversation, I'll let that one go. But it has to do with the stream. I will read that for you guys, but I'll highlight to you guys the conversation. But then I'll take time and read any comments or questions that are coming in because sometimes it becomes very too much if it's the personal conversation between or argument between the two of you. Um, Trevor said, Fofana looks good when given minutes. Signing just give him time alone next season. I think they should have let him go on loan because sitting down with the team right now. I know he's learning. He's learning the Premier League. He's trying to adapt, but he's not playing. And when he they won't get it. They won't give him the chance. I mean, after all, we're not going for any. We're not competing in any major trophy beside the Champions League. We're not competing in any major trophy beside the Champions League. So let him give him the chance. Let him play this role that we saw in him and we brought him to the football club. Let him play. Let him play. That's what I feel. I don't get how Chelsea fans call Havertz flop, but you can never say 72 million was wasted if you can never say 72 million was wasted. 72 million was wasted if he won as the Champions League, and that is coming from a
The thing is, the thing is, one goal it doesn't really define. Like I know, like yeah, he scored a goal that helped us win the Champions League, but he needs to be consistent. If you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Uh, he can't just score these kind of games and get away with it. It's just one of those things. It's just glorifying Havertz as a legend or like a hero too much. I think if you look back at it, he wasn't good even before the Champions League final. He wasn't as convincing. So he
Okay.
needs to be more consistent in order to say like, oh, he's not a flop. At the moment, he is a flop.
DJ Slap said, "Don't get the criticism he gets from some of our fan base." DJ Slap, I'll tell you this. I know he scored a couple of goals. He scored Champions League final. It's just like Fernando Torres. It's the same thing because Chelsea see those people those players that win as a Champions League not flop because of what they did. Fernando Torres is not scored in the finals against Bayern Munich, but he scored a very crucial goal that took Chelsea to that final. But I would say Fernando Torres was even better, way better than Havertz. In looking at his position, the number of goals he's been scoring in the German Bundesliga. Fernando Torres a little bit. I would say he is. I wouldn't call him too much of a flop, but he hasn't lived up to expectations. I'll put it that way. He hasn't lived up to expectation, and with his price tag, how much money, 72 million, that is spent on him to bring him to the football club, and he's supposed to do much more better than what he's doing at this moment. But I won't call him a flop. There's more time for him to improve himself. Only if Chelsea is gonna let him go. But then if Chelsea let him go next season or this summer, then I would say he's averaging to that flop. I have a question for Ryan, if indeed he is a flop or not. Havertz is not a 9 or false 9. He has 8 or 10. This is where he plays in youth in Germany. But then not just the youth. He plays in the 10 role, but then he was scoring lots of goals in the German Bundesliga. And I'm sure that is why they saw him. That is what they saw in him. That is why they brought him to Chelsea, to be able to help and score goals if the strikers are not scoring. But then he hasn't done that, has he? Ryan, would you consider Kai Havertz a flop?
Oh, that's a difficult one to answer. If we're just judging on this season, then yeah, he's been awful. But I do remember in previous seasons, especially I think in the Champions League, the year you won it, he was very, very good. Listen, he has ability. Forget about the transfer fee and his poor form this season. He definitely has ability. It's just, I don't think this project and the way Potter sets his teams up and his style of play suits Kai Havertz. And for Kai Havertz's career, and in terms of getting his confidence back, I think a loan or even a permanent transfer back to his native country, Germany, will probably suit him. That's just my opinion. And Chelsea should look at other centre forward targets, which I'm sure they will in the summer. Because if you don't play him striker, he's playing him striker right now. It's not working out. He's not scoring goals. Albeit, yeah, the wide players are not arguably creating enough chances for him. But if you don't play him striker, where do you play him? That's the question. $1 million question.
8 in the 10 row. 8 in the 10 row. That's what he's good at. So, it's a big question to answer. Kai Havertz. Chat said Fofana should be given the time. Havertz, with patience with Havertz, and then he hasn't delivered the highlights of Havertz Chelsea career. Is a Champions League winner. That's it. You could say that. You could argue that. Chad. Gunther said that Trevor, I'm aware that Havertz position, but Tuchel moved him there. That as well. So Tuchel moved him there, and now Graham Potter is also doing the same thing. I'm not saying that. But if Havertz was a Manchester City player, he will be balling. We sometimes forget as fans what a player. We have Salah and De Bruyne were called flop. Look at them now. Absolutely. DJ South, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much. I like that. I like that comment from DJ South. I like that. Chelsea Dunn said that Gunter, Neil Buff, I think Neil Buff is it took over now, but I'm just gonna say Andrew. Okay, thank you very much, Jesse Dana. So how's Havertz like? Torres, he was a striker. Havertz is still in his development years. Time for Welsey Fofana. Kept manager looks at him. Uh he will get now time to get feel of the standard he needs to achieve, get to training now with the first team squad. He gets a time for 16 weeks. Now coming from brother over here. Still got a lot more. We got just 5 minutes to end the stream. That was his name. He got made with Frankie Lampard. DJ Sab said Klopp would love Havertz at Liverpool. We have to find a pattern. We have to find. Go ahead, Hams. Go ahead. Make it real quick.
I agree in the sense the way the style of play, but in my opinion, I don't think Liverpool should go after Havertz. I don't think he's a guy for you. Maybe in a 10 role, if you guys can play a 10, but I don't think you guys play a 10. You guys play 4-3-3, so I don't think he fits in the Liverpool system or Liverpool team.
Okay. Chat said, let the hungry player get a chance. Havertz is mentally tired, bro. This season he looks a lot slower than previous. Easily catch with the ball. He ain't a flop, but go with a chance. Go with a change for Fofana. Absolutely. Thank you very much, staff. Chat. So, bro, Havertz needs like Drogba at the club to improve him to finish. DJ Sab said that chat. I agree. DDF should get his chance. I've said it many times. Fofana need to get his chance. I've seen what he can do. He needs to make mistakes, and that is how he can develop. Chance, I think he will be quality. Havertz need a rest. Just like Mason Mount. Mason Mount is getting his rest. Havertz need a rest too. Fofana can't play in the Champions League anyway. Potter has picked players for game time towards the UCL. Chad said that if Havertz were at City, he would be on the bench. I'll swap Havertz for Haaland, and then we see balls coming from Chad and say, "Oh, good night." Coming from Mount and Havertz, the Mount of football 5 season non-stop club international 50 plus games overload. Mount carried the team previous season, plus even Kovacic carrying World Cup injuries. A lot of injury. Mount have played a lot of football, in my opinion. Mount have played a lot of football. Nobody knows if Fofana performed in training. No one knows. Neil Buff has been at Chelsea over 20 years. Thank you very much. And some of the history. Ryan and Steven, let's bring the stream to an end. I want to thank each and everyone that has been here with us today. We have just 2 minutes to end the stream, and now I don't know if you guys want me to drop the link there and have a little reaction on Saturday's game. I will do it. But Ryan and Steven, do you guys have anything you want to say before we bring to the stream to an end? I have some few minutes. I would like to give it to the viewers if they want to have a say. Yes, I'll pin the link in there. So yes, guys, if you want to join us and have a few 1 minute, 2 minutes, I'll really appreciate it. So we can know what you guys make of the game on Saturday. I'll pin it there. We got a few minutes, just a few minutes. You can have 1 minute, 1 minute each. Let's have a say. You say it and then you drop off. Somebody else come in, so we don't overload the the panel. So yes, I'm gonna pin the link up there. Click on it real quick before we go. No, get the wrong one. Yeah, click on it before we bring the stream to an end, guys. Trevor is right here. Big up to you, Trevor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. Nice to see you again. What do you want to say on the game on Saturday? Quick reaction. 1 minute for you, Trevor.
Well,
take it over.
that just shows how the mood can change very rapidly amongst the Chelsea fans with a 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take 1-0s all the way through the season. The rest of the season, I don't mind. Another clean sheet.
Big up to you, Holla Buddy. Yes, Trevor said you take 1-0, another clean sheet. Do you think that with the performance that Chelsea we had against Leeds, we can improve on it on tomorrow's game, Trevor?
Well, unfortunately, we haven't got Kanté until another couple of weeks. We're nursing, obviously, Reece James, and that will only be tomorrow. Will we know whether he'll be able to play? Graham Potter's already said that he can't play 3 games a week, Reece James, at the moment with his hamstring.
Okay.
At the moment, so at times he's going to be pulled out of the team. So our two players, Reece James and Chile, basically as wing backs, are very important to us. The way we attack. I'd like to think it would be like Ajax in the second half when we came back.
So you
I
believe
think
that
the crowd have got to do their bit and be like a 13th, 14th player basically for the team tomorrow. Even if we have a bit of a bumpy road and something happens, we've just got to be behind them for 90 minutes.
Thank you very much, Trevor. So you think we can get it over the line tomorrow, and then Thomas Tuchel, Graham Potter will be a hero, and then the fans, you get all the fans back.
You've got to remember that they're 10 games unbeaten and where they're sitting in the Bundesliga. So just remember that it's not like a walkover. And
Absolutely.
the same with the Premiership. You've just got to think 5 years ago, teams were not that they were easier now than what they are to be, and we can't go on the past of Chelsea. We've got to recreate a strong, in-depth squad that basically you can take one out and bring another one in near enough the same quality.
But Trevor, I watched the games on the weekend game that Borussia Dortmund played against RB Leipzig. I know Adeyemi is injured at this moment; he didn't take part. But then there was so much room in the back that Chelsea can exploit. I know our problem at this moment is finishing. But then if we could play the way we played against them in their home ground and play even more better, like we did against, keep clean sheet against Leeds United, there's so much possibility that we can get it over the line.
If we can keep a clean sheet, there's all the possibilities of going through. That's all we've got to do. We're the second in the league as far as goals conceded. It's just the other end, which is the hardest thing to do in fluidity through the midfield. And we're just starting to see the shades, the small roots growing of this Chelsea team for the next 8 years.
Great. I think Patrick said, pardon my lateness. It's okay, Mr. Patrick. I do understand. Lots of you guys have work, and then some of you are coming from work and all that kind of stuff. So yes, I do understand. It's okay. Lateness is greatness, they say. Trevor, you can drop everything and see if you have someone else who wants to join. It's Patrick, did yourself. I put a link in there, guys. Let's have 1 minute, 2 minutes. Let's have a say. Let's have a say, and then we can bring the stream to an end. Ryan, can Chelsea get this thing over the line? So thank you very much, Trevor. I know Trevor has a lot to say, but the next time, tomorrow I will do a match reaction, and I'll open I'll put a call-in link on time, so a lot of us can have a reaction before we end the stream. I did put the link in a little bit too late today, so I apologize, guys. If anyone else wants to jump in, you're free to jump in. Ryan, you guys are playing on Wednesday, right? Liverpool are playing on Wednesday.
Next week, right? Next week on the Champions League.
Next week, Liverpool play Real
But
Madrid.
they played Bournemouth on Saturday, then they play the Champions League, I believe.
Okay. Hamsi, what do you guys want to say before we dig this up? Big up, how are you doing, bro? Okay. Okay, so You older? Yeah, okay. I used to get training here. Okay, come on. Uh, before they paid Chelsea down. Okay. Ryan and Steve, you guys want to say anything before we bring the stream to an end?
No, obviously, we're on the cusp of, a huge match for Chelsea.
Mhm.
And, yeah, it's good that they won against Leeds. They're bringing kind of positive momentum, positive vibes into that game, but they will have to play better than they played against Leeds if they're going to get through against Dortmund. I really believe that.
Guys, if you're just joining us, don't forget to put a like on the video. Let's see if we can get 20 likes before the stream come to an end. 20 likes before the stream come to an end. We can I will really appreciate it. It helps the stream a lot. It helps the stream a lot. Don't forget to rebuild the new turf grass as it was muddy as heck. Hams.
Just subscribe, stay tuned. Hopefully, Chelsea win tomorrow. Hopefully, we go through. Uh, obviously, I'm not that confident, but you have to stick with the boys, stick with the team, see where it goes. You never know in football. Just stay tuned for the next live stream, and appreciate everyone in the panel for joining, and everyone who's watching the stream.
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Yeah.
You're moving away from the microphone.
I'll just say thank you for everyone for watching. Thank you for the panel for joining the live stream. Stay tuned, and hopefully we win tomorrow. Hopefully we go through, and just tune in for the next live stream, and it'll be a wonderful live stream, and hopefully we can talk football with you guys, and it'll be a pleasure to have you in the panel if you guys have a saying. So yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, we'll be back again for a short preview before the game goes on tomorrow. So yes, guys, tune in. Don't be late, Mr. Patrick. Don't be late. Don't be late tomorrow. Chelsea Dunn said. Also, my family, charity foundation of Chelsea Football Club, MA. He said I'll take 2-0. We'll come with a prediction tomorrow. Been listening while I work. Thanks for all you do. Thank you very much. I want to love you for tuning in as usual. Hams, great panel, guys. Absolutely. I want to thank each and everyone, guys. I still got 2 more minutes. So if you're in there, you want to take 1 minute of the time, you can go for it. 1 minute of the time, you can go for it. If not, I'll say Lil Desperandos and hang on to hope. We'll see you guys again in the next stream. I have 1 more minute, so if you guys are there, let's get it 1 more minute. Else, we'll call it today. Okay, Trevor, it's the development team beating Man United 0-1. Yes, also I feel very bad how our ladies lost to Manchester United 3-1. Yes, 3-1. It was also very hard to take. Before Emi could do something, it was all already over. The first half, the number of goals we conceded in the first half, I watched the whole 90 minutes. Was I was watching what other team? I was watching another team. I think some other team yesterday. Yes, I was watching the women's game because I was watching the women's game on the FA Player, which is a bit free for me on the internet. So yes, good luck to the ladies next time, guys. I want you guys to have a good night. All the viewers, thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Chelsea Dan, DJ Saf. Big up to you, my brother. Thank you for tuning in, Mr. Patrick. It's never too late, brother. Yes, thank you everyone that has been here. If you haven't put a like on the video, hold about it, my brother. Thank you very much for tuning in. Gunto, also thank you very much. And the Blue Blood, earlier on, you were here on the stream. Thank you very much. A big brother Chad. Also, really appreciate your presence and your time that you spent with us. I123, love you for supporting the stream as usual and all the time. Santiago, also thank you very much for everyone that has been here. We'll see you guys again tomorrow. Leo Desperandos, like I said, hang on to hope. See you tomorrow. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV.